Well, greetings, everyone. I'm Suzanne Klasen with Cruise One, and welcome to my Deal of the Day video. Today, we are featuring three incredible cruises through Aurora Expeditions. And because I'm actually coming to you from the Arctic aboard an Aurora Expeditions ship, if we get you a room on hold for you before I get off the ship, you're going to get an extra 5% off. So, let's go ahead and start with the slideshow, and I'll get into all the details of this amazing experience. So we are Suzanne and Steve Klasen. We own Cruise One in Sholo, Arizona, and we are all about working with our suppliers to get the best deal for you. So if an expedition cruise has been anywhere on your radar, you're going to want to stay tuned for this incredible pricing I have for you. Aurora Expeditions, they are our expedition cruise company of choice, and it's because they provide such an amazing onboard and immersive experience in the destination. We're featuring three different itineraries, two to Antarctica, one that crosses the Antarctic Circle. The other one goes to the Falkland Islands and South Georgia, where you're going to get to see the penguins. And then the third one is one we're escorting. It's our return to Svalbard. That was such an incredible experience when we did it in 2023. We knew we wanted to come back with a group. So here are the two cruises going to Antarctica in 2027. Now is your time to book while these great prices are available. Here's that across the Antarctic Circle. So look at our group rates. This is per person based on double occupancy or a single share rate. They do have twin beds in the room, and you can share with another person of the same gender. And they do have some cabins that are dedicated to solo occupancy. So be sure to ask me about all that when you call in. So if you book by September 24th, 2025, while we are still on this ship, you're going to get an extra 5% off. And then here is that 20-night South Georgia, Falklands, and Antarctica Odyssey. This is during whale season. If you are a whale person like me, you're absolutely going to love all the whales that you can see. Again, this is our pricing. Our group rates are right here in this column. And you're going to be able to take another 5% off those rates. Again, that is per person based on double occupancy. Expedition cruising can be expensive because of the remote areas that they are operating in the world and the small size of the ship. Here's an example of one of those ships, and that's the ship we're actually on right now, and the one that we are hosting our group cruise in 2027 to Svalbard. So if you've never heard of Svalbard, it is this wonderful archipelago inside the Arctic Circle. It is known for all the polar bears and wildlife that you can find there. It is an amazing. Again, here's our pricing. And if you book while we're still on board through September 24th, 2025, you're going to get an extra 5% off those prices. How can our price be better than direct? Well, we have negotiated a contract with Aurora. We took that out when the sailings were first released, and we've locked in their low launch pricing. We're passing that savings on to you. And because we're on board sailing with them, we can offer you another 5% off those prices. So if you have a question, how do we book if you're sailing on a ship in the middle of the Arctic? Well, Starlink Wi-Fi is working great on our ship. Our Wi-Fi calling is too. You call us at our 805-210-5327 number, and either we're going to answer you from the ship, or our office assistant in our Tucson office is going to answer you. We'll get a room on hold for you, send you a full quote for you to review, and then we just need to get that deposit in. It's a $2,500 per person, a non-refundable deposit that is due within 7 days of our return on September 24th. So you have plenty of time to review it. There's no pressure to make an immediate decision. And I am here to answer any questions you have about traveling to these remote places, as that is one of our areas of expertise. So how long do I have this pricing? They're locked in as long as the category is for sale, but that extra 5%, you're only going to get through September 24th. We have to have a reservation on hold for you by that day. And there is an allocation that we have. There's a limited number of cabins on each sailing. So once that category sells out, they're gone. So what does Aurora include? They include a pre-cruise accommodation in the city before you depart. They include your airport transfers. They usually include a sightseeing voyage in the city pre-cruise. It's just depending on the itinerary. And these are all the things that they include with their expedition price, all of your shore excursions, your Zodiac cruises, your house drinks with dinner. You get the Starlink Wi-Fi, which is working great. You get the 3-in-1 waterproof jacket, the use of muck boots, and there's a professional photographer on every voyage. And all your port charges, permits, landing fees are all included in the price of the cruise. You don't have to go searching around for how to add those things. Again, here's that pricing. We've got Antarctica for, just a little bit over 16K. And with that 5% discount, that's going to be under 16K per person. That is an incredible price for an expedition of this quality. Again, here's that South Georgia one. That is 20 days. It's a little bit longer. It's a little bit more extensive. That pricing's a little bit more. But again, you're going to get that extra 5% off if you book while we're still on board. And then Svalbard. Our pricing starts at about 15K per person. And again, we're going to be below that if we get you that extra 5% off. If you want to find out more details about all of these itineraries, we have long form, they're about 45-minute long videos for the Svalbard cruise and the 2027 Antarctica cruises. They're running on our YouTube page. You can watch those. I also have 2 highlights of Svalbard videos that just kind of the videos that I took when we were there 2 years ago. You might want to check those out because it is an amazing place. Walruses, polar bears, all kinds of whales, different glaciers, amazing place. And of course, Antarctica, you can see penguins, whales, all kinds of seals, both amazing places to visit. So I encourage you to check out those other videos that are on our YouTube channel. And then call me if you have any questions. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have about Aurora, about the ships, about the expedition experience, and who an expedition is right for. We're actually some of the youngest people on this Northwest Passage expedition. It is a long one, so I think that's one of the reasons we're kind of the younger group, but we're quite the adventurers and love to travel. So again, please give me a call and I will be happy to answer any questions and take care of you. I'm looking forward to helping you travel to some of these amazing remote places throughout the world. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.